So one of the areas that I'm going to highlight is the product section. So one of the things that we've seen customers ask questions is, how do I download products? So I'm going to kind of walk through how the product information is organized now so that you can find a particular install kit that you're looking for, and you can then download the product and the documentation, both current versions and previous versions. So one thing that I do want to point out on this page, and this has come up in a couple of cases, you do have the ability to create a custom name for a given Pi server. So you can see here I've actually renamed this to be the East system for this particular site, and if I just simply click into the pencil, I can change the nickname. I can also nickname any of the other products or systems that I have purchased to make it a little bit easier for me to find the information. So right now I've expanded out the Pi server, and you can see the various components that are bundled in with that purchase of a Pi server. You can see specifically the data archive itself, some other things around the advanced calculation engines, a Pi-to-Pi interface. So all of these you can see clearly what they are. You can look over to the right here. You have a download installation kit button. You also have a details button, and this gives you the details about that specific product, maybe the quantity of tags you have purchased. You'll also see here, this particular customer doesn't have an end date in their SRP, but you'll see an end date for the SRP for those products. You'll also be able to see from the gear icon anything around the system information requirements. So this tells me what operating systems, things like that, what's required for a given installation. So instead of it being separate download or information, we've included it as part of this download view. Also for Pi servers or data archive, you also get the license activation history. And I don't believe, no, I've not actually activated the license for this particular server, but I can also, then I can actually go and directly from here run a license activation for that particular server itself. So now if I can go in and I can download the data archive, for example. So I have all the various install kits for the current version of the data archive, and there's prerequisite kits, there's certain language packs, they'll all show up as part of the current version. You can also see all of the current version of the documentations. You also have, this will take a little bit to load because there are many older versions of data archive. You can actually get into all of the older versions of data archive that are available that you have the ability to download. And this is loading a fairly large file list right now. So all of the previous versions you can have. Now, this may be difficult to manage in terms of the numbers of files. You do have the ability, if I'm looking for something specifically like the system, as I'm typing this in, system management tools, I can search for a specific install kit from here. And I can filter it down to the types of files. And this is taking a second. This is a fairly large file list, so it's actually searching through all of the old versions of system management right now to pick them up. There we go. So I can see all of the versions of the old system management tools, the user guides, the install kits, and everything around that since I searched for it. Let me close that out. So now one of the things that comes up is, okay, that's the standard data archive, that's the larger products themselves. You'll see here something like a Pi visualization suite. So if I expand this, you can see bundled under a Pi visualization suite, which is the actual product purchased, you can see the various components and the ability to download each of these themselves. Now where we get into a little bit more confusion is something around the larger bundles of information. Like for instance, this particular customer has a bundle called Pi System Access. There are also other bundles around things like all standard interfaces bundle or the Pi Collection Suite bundle. So in cases where you do not see a particular install kit for maybe a particular interface, they're often included as part of a broader bundle that has been purchased. So for instance, I'm in Pi System Access. I know as part of that I have purchased the Pi Sql Client Install Kit. So you can see all of the install kits that come as part of that bundle. So I can actually search for PySQL, and this is going through all of the install kits, and now I can see the PySQL Client Install Kit. The same thing for if I had purchased all standard interfaces. There's a bundle that I actually bought that includes all of the standard interfaces. If I open the download for that and search for one of the interfaces that I'd actually like to install, I can search under, say, UFL, and that would show the UFL install as part of that overall bundle. And that's been a little bit of confusion that's been going on since as we moved into the new system, the products and information are focused around how the software is actually sold and bundled rather than just simply opening a full list of all of the different install kits.